This visual argument was drawn by Jeff Parker and published on the website Kaggle Cartoons. The intended audience for this visual argument appeals more towards those in the education system. This includes students, teachers, and/or faculty, and the state who regulates testing standards. The purpose of this visual argument is to address the idea that students in low-income areas don't receive the appropriate resources in order to succeed in the classroom. Education standards for schools in the United States became prevalent in the early 90s. This attention to preparing students for a higher education/career is what motivated education standards to be put forth by the states. By passing bills such as PASS and Common Core, the state was able to compile numerous sets of standards to uphold schools by. The main claim of this argument is that students will not reach the standards of the education system if not provided the proper resources to succeed. The appeal to pathos is demonstrated by the expression of the child's face when the man, labeled education resources, is sawing down his stick. The stick can be viewed as a student's ability to learn and/or knowledge, which is decreasing because of the cuts of resources. Behind the man are multiple pieces of the stick showing this has happened before and still continues to happen. This makes the audience feel sad and upset that the children who lack resources won't be able to reach the standards that the states place on them, thus hindering their learning. The typeface used in this argument is a white bolded font. The use of this bold font could exemplify the importance of education standards and resources over a student's learning. We also see that the student doesn't have a label while the other men do. This proves the idea that we place more emphasis on providing the resources to reach the goals of the education system than the actual student. The student and their learning should be the main focus, not setting impossible standards with limited resources. The white space in the background shows that there is still room for growth in how the education system can better provide for those students in low-income areas. The two colors used in this visual argument are black and white. White is often used to resemble purity and perfection, while black is used to resemble power and evil. The young student, for the most part, has white clothing, while the men wear black suits. These two colors are used to show how the education system has become a power-hungry system, neglecting the needs of the students. The layout of this picture shows all of the factors that influence the students' learning. The author uses this layout to show how both educational standards and lack of resources can negatively affect a student's ability to learn.